One sec, do I need to drive like you? One second,
like that, man.
There you go. That's just like that.
That's
How
better.
the f do you see out the window?
I don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter out there, I suppose.
Guys, see this abuse? All I did was come down to get some mods. Man, like... You've got super reactions. That's what I mean. Nearly made me jump. Nearly lost my cool for a second.
Oh mate, I can almost hear it through.
You let off it and then dip the clutch kind of thing.
Right, okay. It's my average driving skills. Oh!
There you go.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm down here at Evolve Automotive to see my buddy Imran. I'm getting an Eventuri intake fitted to my M2 Competition that's parked behind me. We're going to head inside and talk to Imran and have a look at how the Eventuri intake is made, the idea behind it, and also watch some of the process of it being fitted. Once it's fitted, I'm going to take the car out for a quick test drive. The rumours are that Ricky from Living Life Fast is also coming down, so hopefully we'll get to catch up with him a bit later. For now, let's head inside where it's a little bit warmer and have a look at the Eventuri air intake, because it is sexual. Right then guys, I'm inside now. This is Imran, the brains behind Evolve.
Hi guys, how you doing? So this is the Eventuri kit that we're going to fit on Joe's car today. It is an adaptation of the one we already make for the M4. Obviously it's the same engine, but the layout's slightly different, so we had to adapt the kit for it. Sure. I'll explain the stock one and we'll have a look at the Eventuri, then I'll explain why this is different to the M4 kit. So this is one side of the stock airbox which sits in here. So this fits to an opening just behind the headlight, but the difference between the M2 Competition and the M4 is this doesn't actually have any air flowing through.
Right, through
the front.
I think I remember one of your videos talking about the actual air.
So it's blocked off. So on the M4 kit we actually have a carbon scoop, which fits in and then allows more air to actually go to this area. Sure. But on this it's completely blocked off. Right. So on the M4 kit we actually leave the intake slightly open because we're getting lots of air to it. Yep. But on the M2 Competition we had to close it off because there's no scoop and there's no room. You can do it, but you'd have to modify the front bar, and we don't think people are going to want to do that to a new car. Cut your new car off effectively. So we haven't done it. So effectively the stock airbox the air has to go through here, then it has to manage a 90-degree turn. Yep. And it has to go through the filter. Then it has to do like a 180-degree turn. Yeah. Then it has to go through into here. Now, the principle behind Eventuri is to smooth the airflow out as much as possible.
Sure. Because you don't see square wings on a plane, do you?
No. So the principle they use is called the Eventuri. It's called the Venturi effect, and that's where our name comes from. So everything that we do is modelled on SolidWorks first using CFD, which is computer flow, basically diagnostics of how the air flows through the intake. Yep. So a traditional filter basically has the big end here, and it would have the MAF tube going that way. Yes. So then the air has to navigate a big circumference into a small circumference, so you get turbulence in that. So the airflow is not that smooth, so it's not actually going through that fast. So what we've done is we've turned that principle around on its head, and we actually have a patent on this now. Right. Which was, we got the certificate through last week. Oh, so which was really
congratulations.
Cool. Yeah.
So I can't copy it then?
No, no one can copy it now, unless you want to get sued. So we flip the filter around, so the opening is on the larger side, and then it has a very smooth transition going into the same diameter as the MAF. So it's all about smoothing the air as much as possible. And this shape actually makes the air flow through the filter faster, so it actually accelerates the air.
Yeah, a bit like a jet turbine. And in fact, it looks very much like a jet turbine. It looks like a jet turbine.
So everything we've done on the actual filter is about smoothing the airflow. So it's got that cone in here, which smooths it. and on the inside of that, can you get that? It's actually got a cone on the back side of it that smooths the air out even more, just to make it straighter and just to give even more airflow. So that's the principle behind it.
I mean, can I just stop you for a second? Just
admire it.
Yeah, honestly, like when I came down, I mean, when you took this out of the box, obviously I've seen your videos, and seeing it on video is one thing, but when you actually look at this in real life, oh mate, it's just everything, even down to the, you know, the badging on the side. But it's just such a beautiful piece of engineering. It is so nice. And I think if I won the lottery, I'll definitely somehow turn these into a set of tweeters in my house or something, you know.
Put it on your fireplace.
Yeah, exactly. No, they're lovely. Anyway, sorry.
Cool.
Really nice.
So as you can see, we use really high grade carbon fibre.
Yep.
So like all the fitting, so that fits into the stock rubber location as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So the way we design the kits is so they can fit just like a factory.
Yeah.
Like you won't, anyone who fits a kit just says it fits exactly like a factory, which is the way it should be.
Yeah.
So the difference that we've done on the M2 Competition to the M4 is that, so on the M4, these are open to the elements, and they have just this bit basically cut off. So can you imagine that's not there?
Okay.
So it's feeding cold air from the scoops in front of the filter.
Yep.
But because this doesn't have anywhere to get the air through the front scoops, we've made it so it's sealed.
Yep.
So then, and we've just opened this up a little bit here, just to allow a bit of extra airflow if the car needs it.
And that's basically, that sits behind the headlight effectively.
Yes, effectively, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the difference between the two kits.
Yep.
So we developed the kit actually on Max Marshall's.
Yes, yeah, the MMR one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weapon.
Yeah, we got around sort of 10 horsepower, 10 to 12 horsepower, and around 8 to 10 foot-pound of torque. So
wow,
it makes a difference to the performance, and as you'll see, it makes a difference to the sound of the car as well.
Sure. And I'm sure even things like I'm already picturing just the initial pickup, regardless of the extra power and torque. Just the
yeah. So what the kit allows, because the airflow is coming in faster to the turbos, it actually allows the turbos to spool up quicker. So that's what you notice. Throttle response is sharper because the turbo is allowed to spool up.
Sure. These guys got an amazing YouTube channel, and I know Ricky Living Life Fast has been down here probably about 15 times. But yeah, can you just tell my audience sort of what else you do, and it's not just BMWs that you work on?
So we're Evolve Automotive, which is the BMW tuning side of things, and Eventuri is a company that I co-own with the designer of that brand. So Evolve is primarily a BMW tuner, but Eventuri make intakes for like BMW, for Audi RS, for Jaguar, we've done one for the Huracan, we just started on Mercedes as well. So it's all performance car related, mainly German, and we do the odd sort of one that's not German.
Yeah.
We've also got some Porsche systems that are releasing this year as well. If you keep an eye on our YouTube channel, we actually have a few project cars that we work on, and we do some crazy races like at VMAX. So
yeah, well that's where I first started seeing and hearing about you and your brand was the VMAX
videos. Yeah,
and
probably the F10.
The crazy F10. Wasn't that 1,000 horsepower?
No, we got ours up to 800 because it was still on stock turbos. One of our customers, Tommy, who's got the record, 213 miles an hour.
Yeah.
He's got close to 1,000 horsepower.
Wow.
He's coming actually later on.
Okay. All right. Wicked.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to your reaction.
Yeah, and also just I think the bonnet's going to look. I've seen Max's bonnet under the bonnet. It's just absolute porn under there because you see all the lovely bits of carbon. And compared to, like you said, this is functional to a point, but that is just a fairly nasty piece of plastic.
What you have to remember is that BMW actually called this an intake muffler.
Right.
So it's there to dampen the sound.
Yes.
That's why they design it. It's not designed for optimum performance, because a lot of people say, oh, they know what they're doing. Yeah, they do know what they're doing, and they're not trying to get the max power out of the car. They're actually trying to make it sound less like a turbocharged car.
As they are with everything these days. They're trying to quieten things down, like my exhaust. That's another subject. Anyway, cool. Right, let's crack on, and can't wait to have a go and see what it sounds like and performs like.
Cool.
Cheers, mate.
No worries.
Thank you very much, buddy.
Cheers.
If you're familiar with the Evolve Automotive YouTube channel, you'll see that Imran and the boys have got a lot of project cars, let's call them, like this stunning M3 behind me. So this one they've had for about 18 months. Let's run through with Imran what they've gone and done with it, the changes they've made, etc. Because very few of his cars are stock.
None of them are stock.
None of them are stock. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go over the car visually first.
Yep.
And then we'll talk about what we've done on the performance side of things.
Sure.
So visually, I really like the M4 GTS. So the front end is essentially the same as a GTS.
Yep.
It's got the OEM GTS front splitter. It's got the full line lower, which we've painted in the same colour as the car.
Yep.
And the reason I'm not running the original lower part is because it's a massive piece of carbon, it's really expensive, and is most likely to break.
Sure.
So this one's made out of plastic, so it doesn't matter if it breaks.
Okay.
Just replace it with another one, but it's actually quite hard wearing, so it shouldn't crack.
Yep.
The bonnet is OE CS GTS, and I did have a different one which was the same shape but partially painted.
Okay.
So it was exposed carbon and green.
Yep.
But I found that a bit too aggressive.
Sure.
The colour's so loud.
Yep.
So the colour is Verde Mantis, which is the Lamborghini.
Yep.
Individual colour.
Yep.
So it's the same colour you get on.
And that was a factory Verde Mantis individual colour.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is very rare, and I think BMW always release individual colours a bit late sometimes.
Yes.
You know, like
Yeah,
like
I know.
the i8 for instance is a prime example. When they brought that out, there was such bland, boring colours, and then 3-4 years down the track they bring out more exciting colours, and I think
That is a bugbear of mine because when I ordered the F90,
Yep.
I wanted individual colour.
Yep.
And you just couldn't
Sure.
order it, and I order mine and it arrives, and guess what?
Individual.
Of
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is currently on its compact wheels,
Yep.
which I'm not a massive fan of because I think they're too flat.
Sure.
I like concave.
Yep.
These are really heavy as well.
Yep.
I normally run the 19-inch Forge 660 wheels,
Okay.
which are kind of bronze finish, but they're on Trofeo R's, and it's not really the weather for Trofeo R's.
What do you mean, -3 in snow? That's perfect Trofeo R weather.
The only thing that's missing from the side is I've got some carbon side skirts coming.
Okay.
They're not here yet.
Yep.
The back of the car, we've got the new carbon 1.5 diffuser, which I really love.
Yep.
I think it complements the car perfectly, really follows the lines really well, and it fits perfectly.
It does. Really
a lot
snug.
A lot of diffusers and things. I can't put stuff on my car that doesn't fit properly. I just can't handle it.
No.
Yeah.
And-
Got the rear spoiler as well. That's carbon. I think that's made by Boca
Yep.
Design, and that's the Evolve titanium exhaust. So
I was
that's
going
the
to say
full
that
exhaust.
that exhaust doesn't look very stock to me.
Yeah, it's 100 mil. So that's our new exhaust that's coming out next month.
Okay.
So that's the exterior of the car. That are BMW M Performance lights.
Oh, I didn't even know they did them.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know. I wandered into BMW garage one day to pick something small up, and then
Yeah.
I ended up walking out with these.
Wow. Okay.
So we've got Eventuri seat back covers, which I've had done in carbon, green carbon.
wow.
It's like a custom finish.
Oh, look how that complements the exterior. That is so cool. Mate, I'm sure you wouldn't like miss this bonnet. Can we not just put it on my car? Just, you know, just for a couple of weeks.
I've got this style of bonnet on my M2 as well. You've probably seen it.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So again,
Oh my
more
god.
carbon everywhere. So I've had that done in custom finish, and I stole these plaques from upstairs. They're one of 20. They were for another project, but I stole all 20 of them.
Brilliant.
So I can put them all on my car.
Mate, that is just.
That's the Eventuri engine cover as well.
Yep.
CSF intercooler.
Okay. Yeah, that's obviously very different to the stock.
Yeah,
to the
we've
stock.
got these strips on there because we're going to make some carbon charge pipes.
Okay.
We've just put temperature strips on them to see what temperature they get up to. So when we make them in carbon, we know what to cure the carbon at, so it doesn't discolor or crack.
I mean, that's something that that we were talking about actually earlier off camera, is the fact that your project cars are proper project cars. Like you've got an F90 out the front at the moment, and I've been talking to you. You've had that 4 or 5 months now.
6
probably?
months, I think.
6
yeah.
months. Jeez, time flies. But I remember when you first got it, I was like, all right, well, you know, power. But you're very much of the thought that you try and test everything properly.
That's why we buy the cars, to try and test all the parts on the cars properly before we release them, because then we know there's not going to be any
issues down the track. Yeah, which is really cool. And but I mean, just talking to you today about some of the stuff about my intake, the passion and the love behind it. It's you know, it's
yeah. I mean,
it's real.
all of us, even like the Bilal who designed the intakes and everyone who works here, we're all passionate about cars. Most of us are BMW fans, apart from Hash, who likes Vauxhall somehow.
Sorry, what? Vauxhall?
So yeah, it comes through. I mean, Bilal's a BMW fan. That's how I actually met him. So we both had M coupes back in the day.
Yeah,
We met at a meet like 10, 11 years ago. We've kept in touch, and then the business happened. Kind of through the,
yeah, so you're living your passion. You're living your which is awesome.
We literally are living our passions. We wake up in the morning, we're doing stuff that we really
but you work your butt off as well.
Hard.
Yeah,
you see
exactly.
how much I have to travel.
Yeah,
so.
no, and I think work is like, you know, you're rewarded. You work hard in something you love, and it works. But you do have to work. But right, let's talk.
So this has got hybrid turbos as well.
Okay.
So they're currently running 600 horsepower, 600 foot-pound of torque.
Yep.
On just 99 fuel. That's no meth, no E85, no anything else.
Wow.
And we're just having them reworked to give a bit more top end power.
Okay.
And it should be making hopefully around 630, 640 on pump, and it spools like a stock turbo, so you don't lose any of the drivability.
Okay.
Again, when this car's like finished and the weather's better, you're more than welcome to come in.
Yeah, oh mate, I don't think I'll get 200 horsepower down the road in this weather, but yeah, I'd love to. It's just so, mate, it looks beautiful under there. Really does.
So I've used like kind of factory parts on the exterior as much as I can. So
yep.
The whole front end is actually BMW M, essentially.
Sure. Right, so everything is fitted now and it looks absolutely stunning. Just going to fire it up. Imran's in there now. Go ahead, mate. Wow. That's amazing, mate. You can hear it just, I was worried that I was going to get the camera sucked in there. Mate, that's...
you hear it even more when you're inside the car.
Yep.
And then you hear it more in Sport Plus, because the turbos are spooling up quicker in Sport Plus. So
okay.
when you're driving, you'll hear it more under load.
Yep. Right, the next thing to do is take the car out for a quick drive and see what it feels like and what it sounds like from inside the cabin. But I'm sure you'll all agree that is the most bonnet porn you've seen in a long time. I'm so happy. And the engine cover now, just to finish it all off, looks so good. So I've just bumped into this maniac. Ricky living life fast. Man like Ricky, absolute legend. I'm sure you all follow him on YouTube, but some of the best content on the planet. And yeah, but he doesn't. Show you my new exhaust. This is his new exhaust.
I got slaughtered.
You know. Oh my God. Oh my. Mate, that is mate, have you got any Nurofen, please?
Mate, it's ridiculous, right?
That's insane, man.
You got hung in the comment section, man.
Why? Just because it's too loud?
Yeah, I don't know. You know what it is? You know the mics don't catch the bass of it.
Never. I mean,
like
that's
a lot of treble because my mic is a Sennheiser mic. I'm like making excuses.
yeah. No, but no mics.
What do you think, Paul? Yeah, loud. Loud. Man, proper loud, bro.
And this M4 is just the beginning of a project of Ricky's, and trust me, he's going to town with this bad boy.
Yeah. Leaving Saturday. The video will be up now anyway, so
yeah.
Saturday I'm leaving to go Belgium.
Nice.
Change out everything, man. Big turbos. We're just gonna go silly, man.
Yeah, of course.
Quarry's out the window.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, no, the M4 is good, man. I've still not even seen your M2's inside there.
Yeah, it's just behind those doors there. Yeah.
So have you started it?
Yeah, started it, but not done much. I'm just about to go out for a drive in it, but I'm a bit excited. Yeah, it just looks sexual, mate. Isn't it?
Matches the engine bay, doesn't it?
Really? Yeah. I mean, yeah. It just there's. I think sometimes it's just some nasty plastics in there that are now not there.
No. This is you've got the. This is the best.
Yeah. Ricky,
man, Joe,
mate, special guest. Well, I was kind of putting it back.
Yeah,
one sec. Do I need to drive like you? One second,
like that, man.
There you go. Just like that.
That's
How the fuck do you see out the window?
I don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter, I suppose.
Guys, see this abuse. All I did was come down to get some mods.
Oh, mate.
I just get it. What do I do?
I know. I just can't help it. I can't help it, mate.
Can you, Joe?
I can't help it. But people don't realise, like you in your videos, a lot of the time you're less serious now. But we used to be really serious.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't sure what image to give off. I was like, what do I do? Am I meant to, like, you know? Obviously, I've loosened up a bit. But
you have.
Still, there's an element of acting. Do you know? What
oh
I mean?
yeah, and in reality,
off cam right now. You know what I mean?
But it's hard, isn't it? We were just saying then before we got in the car that. It's really difficult. Like when the camera's on you, you're kind of sometimes you always change.
You become a
natural.
clown, innit? You got to start juggling and shit. It's
Yeah, exactly. And you're very good at juggling, mate. Your channel is fucking.
No, it's great, man.
Going through the roof.
No,
but it's.
I'm finally on your channel, though.
You're finally on.
I see your.
Well, I might just edit this all out. So.
But I first see your channel when I don't know what subs I was on, but yeah, I just see my roads. I was like, huh?
Yeah,
this guy's on my. I rang your number. I looked up your business.
That's right. Yeah.
And I literally rang you, like, or text you or something.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't even know what I said. Like,
you're in my hood. What the fuck are you doing in my
get
hood?
out. Yeah, like, only one YouTuber around here.
I swear I hear you. Like I'm in bed at night sometimes. I can hear all these fucking loud exhausts and stuff.
Yeah, that
like,
your dual carriageway. That's my Top Gear test track, mate.
Yeah, it's a good one, mate. It's a good one.
What are we gonna do now? So
anyway, yeah, we're just gonna go out. So literally, as you just seen, I've had the Eventuri intake fitted. And a lovely engine bay cover, which obviously makes no difference to performance, but looks sick. Bump into this man, and yeah, just gonna go out for a quick spin. Yeah,
my first time being in an M2 competition.
M2 Comp, yeah. Well, I think we'll have to let you have a quick drive of it once. Yeah. Just got to keep. You
don't want to do that, mate.
Keep it. Remember, we're not in Germany. We're not in Germany. Keeping an eye on you, yeah. Right, so we're currently in the Luton industrial estate, so it's
we're in the hood.
We're in the hood.
Right,
so where do we go? Here. Yeah, so we're just listening out really to see what it sounds like, what it feels like. Oh!
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, this car's on mute, isn't it? So
it's really quiet. So I've had all the fake sound taken out the cab.
Oh, have you?
In time, you know, the Remus exhaust I'm getting, I was expecting to get it a bit earlier, so it's been quite quiet. You still get a nice rasp when the windows are down, but obviously when it's this time of year, you're like windows up.
But you haven't got your throttle in Sport, have you? Because would it open a valve in Sport Plus? Or?
Yeah, it's in Sport Plus.
Oh, it's in Sport Plus?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's just deadly silent. Deadly silent.
You got the filter, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah, the PPF. Yeah, it's.
Take that left. Yeah. Oh, manual as well.
See, the windows have got a bit of grip, haven't they?
Nice, a nice slide.
Yeah.
I miss manual, man, because I had a manual F80, didn't I?
Oh, mate, your F80 was the nuts.
Yeah, like, just, like, so you drove the DCT, didn't you, the other day? So what was, like, obviously I know you said on cam, but
yeah,
did you just feel like you've just got an extra, I don't know, like, sense, like with the manual?
I just feel more, like, from the minute I picked this car up from Tony, I was just like, literally the first 2 minutes behind the wheel in traffic, and I was just like, so engaging. Obviously there's a negative to that when you're in traffic for hours, or on long journeys that the sixth cog's just not very high, so you're always like revving really high on the motorway. And there's negatives. I think there's pros and cons, and honestly I think the DCT box, I enjoyed a lot of that car the other day. Things I don't enjoy about this one, but I think it's a personal thing. But if I had a DCT car, I'd be just as happy. But
okay, I get that theory, but like, what do you think about car control? Like, do you think yourself as a driver that the car gives more confidence having a manual? Or does the DCT feel a bit more unpredictable, not as much like, you know, sense of connection?
Yeah, there is a little bit of lack of sense of connection, but not so much like I was in the new that Golf last week actually, the new Golf TCR, and it had the DSG box.
Yeah.
When you got that in manual, it's not manual. Like, you put your foot down in third, and it will change down in second.
Right, it does it itself.
It does it itself, and then you get near the red line, and it will change up for you, and that to me is annoying. Whereas the DCT, it's still automatic. Whereas the DCT box, at least when you got it in the manual mode, it's manual. Like, it will hit the limiter and stay there, you know, and that's kind of what you want. So it is less involving a DCT, but yeah, I mean, I just love touching knobs, really.
Oh, you're fuck. This guy, man. You need to change your logo, mate.
I'm just taking you out to a quiet forest, Ricky.
Do you know what I mean? No, fuck you know.
Why is this? Stupid speed limits, right?
I don't know where we are.
So let's. Yeah, I don't. So induction sound. It's really hard to tell. Oh, you can definitely.
Yeah, because what happens is as soon as you get to around about 3,000-4,000 RPM, the exhaust tone takes over a bit, I think.
It does, yeah.
Initially, you can hear it like sucking, like so if you like, then it's gone, isn't it?
And then you can hear when you come off the throttle, the as it stops breathing, you can hear the almighty sort of. It sounds great. And the pickup, I can feel the pickup there is better, like the initial pickup.
Right.
Because
more throttle response, or
yeah, I think just because Imran was saying to me that obviously with the better intake, it just means the turbos spool up a little bit quicker.
Okay.
And that kind of feels that way, you know.
Man, like. Look at that, man! It's fucking nice. What was I gonna say? So you see your throttle. So like, I know that this is similar to the M3, M4, isn't it?
Yes.
So what is your throttle setting in right now?
It's in Sport Plus.
Oh, it is in Sport.
Yeah,
okay.
but with the, you need to have a quick go at this, and just to feel that the mapping on these are a lot softer to your one.
Yeah, no, I get it, because you see the video that Imran did, didn't you?
Exactly. Yeah, and you see it.
Capped, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's the same engine. It's not different.
Same engine, but it's not so much even the power that's capped. It's the initial torque as well. You know how your one's quite spiky at the low down.
Yours is smoothened out. Yeah.
Smoothened out, which makes the competition package feel really fucking exciting and leery. But even you said in your video the other day, you're like, this is like, it's scary, isn't it?
Yeah,
even for someone of your, like, you think your ability is like a tiny percent.
Come on, man.
No,
my ability.
No, come on.
I just ran cars, man. Remember, I'm an editor.
Mate, you're the fastest driver in the world.
In the world.
You are.
I would love to think I was.
No, but I just think that.
No, Joe. Listen, guys. I'll be like, mate. Joe is the next level when it comes to driving. Trust me.
I'm not, mate.
I can see your reactions. You can sense a good driver with his reactions.
Yeah.
You've got super reactions. So I mean, nearly made me jump. Nearly lost my cool for a second.
Oh shit.
But yeah, no, I'm genuinely being serious. Like your driving ability, like, you know, I'm no fucking racing driver, but man, your reactions, it's all reactions, isn't it? Like,
it is.
You know.
But no, I think
you catch that back. If the back goes, you're on it before it's gone.
Before it spins, most of the time.
Yeah, I spun my M4 about 3-4 times.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, it's a bit late. We'll come down here and we'll pull over. But yeah, let's just induction. So let's just do like second gear. You can definitely hear more engine sound as well. It just seems to have opened up a bit. Must be the engine sort of.
Yeah, I've not been in this car before, so it's hard for me to. I know it's the same engine, but yeah, I'm very surprised at how this is definitely a bit more muted, isn't it?
It is
than the M4.
100%.
But I can imagine it being so much more drivable.
Yeah. It feels great, mate. You got to have a drive.
Sure.
Yeah, just
you feeling alright, Joe? You got the flu as well.
Today you're Ricky living life normal.
Yeah. No, we're going for About to mention your whole driving. Oh, that manual stick straight away, mate. It just feels so good.
It's good, isn't it?
Because I'm about to have an Alcantara wheel put on my car.
Oh yeah.
And mine's a lot thicker, but this is nice of it. Oh, that sounds.
I can hear it from here. Wait a second.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard that. It's how I change gears. Ricky knows how to shift.
Oh mate, I can always hear it too.
You let off it and then dip the clutch kind of thing.
Right, okay. It's my average driving skills. Oh!
There you go! That's how you do it.
Oh mate, I've got to change my driving style. Oh!
That sounds good. Full acceleration, let off.
Oh mate, that sounds mega.
Yes.
Proper race car.
Wow, that sounds really good. Oh, it does the rev match, doesn't it?
Yeah, which is good and bad. It's a shame. I don't know why they.
Sport Plus as well.
Yes, I don't know why they don't give you a button that you can turn the rev match off, because like you can do it on or off, you know, depending on.
You know the my F80.
Yeah.
In Sport Plus, it didn't rev match, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can feel that, man. Jeez.
Mate, that sounds so good. I need man like Ricky to be my chauffeur just so I can get that sound.
But this feels good, man.
Does it feel, I mean, it's a hard comparison because obviously it's on winter tyres, which changes the feel of the car completely.
Yeah. And obviously, like, you know, you got to test on I mean, it's not like I'm on a test track when I'm driving these cars, but I do get to get a little vibe for them on the roads because I know the corners pretty well. Yeah. But yeah, I thought that getting into this car that it would be so different to the normal M2 because of the engine. Yeah. But it literally does feel like an extension of the M2 because it is obviously an M2, isn't it? Yeah. I thought with the S55 it would completely.
I think in this current tune there's not really a massive difference. It has got a bit more meat to it, but also the fact that it's silent. I think the silence takes a lot away from this thing. Once I've got some sound out of it, you know what it's like. That's why electric cars, I just can't stand electric cars.
What have we got it in now? So that's steering comfort.
So steering comfort, yeah.
Your dampers are fixed, aren't they?
Dampers are fixed in the M2. So that's the main difference between say this and yours is you can't get adaptive dampers out of the box anyway. But yeah, steering. What do you run your steering in?
Comfort as well.
Comfort, because it's just too sport and sport plus. It's like so heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, the thing is, right, before YouTube and stuff, I had the F80. I think, did I have the F80 off camera? I think I had it off. Yeah, before I even started my channel.
The manual F80. Yeah, mate. That thing
I did a lot of driving in it, but I always drove in Sport Plus.
Yep.
So what I've noticed is I did 20,000 miles in my M4 in Sport Plus.
Wow.
Steering, and I was like sold on no, it's got to be heavy, and that's how Beamer, you know, like heavyweight, innit?
Yeah.
But since I've been in my M4s and all of the different owners, they drive comfort. Even you, innit? Your comfort setting mainly. So when I drive my M4 now, because I'm used to Sport Plus, I think that could be why I'm having a bit of a difficult time.
Okay.
I'm not used to driving it in comfort.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just feels a bit more. I can't even.
A bit more edgy.
Like when the back goes, if you're in Sport Plus, it's not as crazy. The wheel doesn't do as much movement because it's so heavy, isn't it? Whereas in comfort, it's all like, you know, it's moving a lot. This feels different, man.
Yeah. A lot of that might be the winter tyres though, because they do take some of the feel out of it a little bit. But
it's these things that distract me. I'm in a hardcore convo and it's like, what's going on?
No, because mate, that's why I love your stuff, because you're thinking about the connection between you and the car, and you're thinking about things all the time, which proper petrol heads do. You know, like you're constantly analysing why, what, like this, that.
The rev match is sick.
It's cool, isn't it? I know, that's the thing. Like
people like me don't know how to rev match. So this is cool.
Currently, you could do that.
I'm trying to learn.
But yeah, no, it's good on track. I think it would be handy for me. It'd be one less thing to worry about. As
the winters.
Yeah, you can feel them. You can feel them rolling a bit, but it's amazing compared to old school winters. Used to just wobble all over the place.
I've never had winters on me, but that sounds sick.
It does sound really good, doesn't it? I'm so glad, mate. I'm so glad that you came along to this video because I couldn't get too much of a different sound coming out.
Man, rev match is sweet.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
But the pickup's really good. Obviously, you haven't driven it before, but I noticed the actual. Oh, lovely. Oh, so you're clutching it just
the throttle.
Okay.
Trying to quickly dip the clutch.
Ah, okay. I've literally got to change my driving technique just so I can get some extra sounds coming out of the intake.
No, I just think you need to be one gear up. That's all it is.
Okay.
One gear up, so you can let the turbo spool up.
Yep.
We're going straight that way, aren't we?
Yeah, we're.
Yeah, this is that's mad. And it is a smaller car, isn't it? And they are actually they're only a little lighter, aren't they, than the M4?
Yeah, if anything, I think they're pretty much the same weight. The main difference you probably
dimensions. It's a smaller car, so you can see out of it a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's a fair bit shorter wheelbase, so it feels a lot more agile, I'd say, than the 3s and the 4s, just because it's a shorter wheelbase.
Yeah, actually, like I think the M3 sitting in an F80 versus my M4, you can feel that it's a little more smaller.
Yes.
In the front.
Yep.
And I would say that this actually feels a little bit more spacious than the M3. I'd say the M3 feels even more cramped.
I think because the door pillars are so short on the M3, aren't they? With the 4 doors. Yeah, there's a lot of. I noticed that. But then I like the way you feel in M2 because you kind of feel like you're cozy. Yeah. Whereas this and yours, the long doors,
spacious, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a bit spacious. Yeah, it's funny little things like that.
But yeah, Joe, man, thanks for letting me take the car for a drive, man.
Oh, mate, always a pleasure.
Yeah, summer when it's, you know.
Yeah, once I've got Summers back
roads.
on it, well, mate, I'd love you to take it for a proper drive. And guys, as always, well, firstly, massive thanks to Imran and the guys here at Evolve. I can't wait to sort of properly trial it out. You know, we've just been out for a drive around the industrial estate, so yeah, it does sound. Thanks to Ricky experimenting. But yeah, so thanks to those guys. Remember to check out the description below with all their links and stuff for their website and their Instagram, etc. But also this man, absolute legend, man.
No, thank you, man.
No, you really are, Ricky, and I've followed you for a long time now.
Same here, man.
And as you say, we just happen to live literally around the corner from each other. But your channel's taken off. But it's taken off out of hard work and graft.
Yeah, every day, mate.
Graft.
Look at the bags, but
No, mate, you don't see him. Like, no, that wasn't me being racist. No, yeah, exactly.
One of them ones, yeah. But
yeah,
no,
white does crack. Look at the state of me.
No,
but mate, yeah.
Nah, respect, John.
Sick, mate. And yeah, and I'll see you guys soon. Lots of adventures with this car planned. I'm off to Germany next week. I'm not sure when this video is going out, but yeah, make sure you subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and leave any abusive comments below. Cheers, guys.
See you later, guys.
Thanks, mate.
Nah, man.
Legend.